Good evening. I'm Congresswoman Alma Adams. And while I'm honored that Lillian's List invited me to record this video since I'm not able to join you tonight in Raleigh, I regret not being there in person. But we all appreciate that since 2011, Lillian's List continues to build a pipeline of progressive women candidates and staffers who are ready to run, win, and lead at all levels of political leadership. More specifically, you recruit women candidates who are deeply committed to reproductive freedom and equality to run for office in North Carolina. And I don't need to tell you that women's rights, our bodies, reproductive health, and futures are seriously threatened because the Supreme Court's decision in the Dobbs case has unpinned 49 years of legal precedent directly related to a woman's constitutional right to choose a safe abortion. And while abortion care is still legal in the state of North Carolina, the Dobbs decision impacts millions of lives in our country. Now even more than ever, we need courageous women to run for office, craft meaningful legislation, and vote to protect the freedom, bodily autonomy, and voices. We need women to lead the way on this issue at the local, state, and national levels because it's our bodies that are being marginalized, our rights that are being sabotaged, and our voices that are being minimalized. It is absolutely essential and downright necessary that we have more pro-choice elected women leaders to raise the nation's consciousness around reproductive health care and our constitutional rights. We cannot afford to go back to the days where a coat hanger was a solution to a health care issue. We cannot afford to move back 10 steps into a time when men decided for women when, where, and how they should bear children. We cannot afford to have Supreme Court justices decide to take away our freedoms and fundamental rights as women. And so, what is our call to action tonight? As a pro-choice woman candidate, as you are pro-choice women candidates, we need to run to ensure that we protect women's health care data that is collected in healthcare apps and weaponized against women in states and municipalities where abortion rights have been curtailed. As pro-choice women candidates, we need to run to ensure that key legislation like the Women's Health Protection Act passes and that it preserves Roe v. Wade as the law of the land. As pro-choice women candidates, we need to run to ensure that we get everyone to vote in November so that we can have a majority-proof bicameral Congress to ensure that every woman who chooses to have an abortion is able to safely have one. As a mother, as a grandmother, and a woman, I care deeply about these issues. My work as a state legislator to my leadership as the co-founder and co-chair of the Black Maternal Health Caucus in Congress demonstrates that there's a long road ahead of us and there's so much work to do. Lillian's List candidates, we need you now more than ever. Together, we must work to move the needle this November for the sake of all women, girls in our country. So let's not wait. Let's take action today for the Lillian's List Action Fund so we'll be ready. And come November, we will remember to turn this mother out.